morning, beautiful people. Hello. Welcome to my weekly vlog. We have a lot of stuff to do this week. Today is actually kind of chill. Today's Thursday. I'm gonna be in the office today, and I'm gonna be doing application reviews pretty much the entire day. But this afternoon, I'm actually gonna go meet some friends later to work together, some other counselors. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna get some stuff there and then go for drinks later. So I'm very excited. I have to figure out what I'm wearing. And I got some other stuff to do around the house. So let's get this day started. It's currently 8:21. I just dropped off my rental car at Enterprise. And yeah, girl's tired. Also, I hate taking Ubers because I always feel so awkward, but it's really not that bad. I'd much rather do that than ride with an Enterprise worker. Definitely that. I'm not cool with the magnetic one. I just have a, yeah. You just have to move it around. But I would love to have a magnetic one if anybody wants to give me one. I'll tell everybody how cool it is, but I'm not spending $100 on it. I'm just letting you know now. Let's do this thing. But first, I bite a sandwich. Hello, beautiful people. Again, I'm in my car. I'm about to go to this coffee shop with some of my other colleagues and do some work. It's always good to get out of the house, especially if you're like in the house the entire day. And the way I've been working today, I need to get out. So I'm about to head there now. I'll be there in like, what do you call it? What's the timing? I think it's like 20 minutes away from me. We're about to see. I need to do my GPS real quick. But I'll pick back up when I get there. Friends.
Hi.
Say hi, friends.
Hi. And this place is really cute, you guys. Kill my vibe. You guys, Kendra is trying to make me give up coffee for Lent. It's not gonna happen. She keeps acting like I said it. I didn't say it. She said it. Okay? Kendra, tell the camera. Tell the people what you're trying to do.
She said she was gonna give up coffee for Lent.
No, Kendra said it. See, I have a witness. Candace was there.
She said
she went to Sam Houston.
That don't mean nothing.
It's a great school.
What's that got to do with anything? The fact that you lying, that doesn't change the fact.
She gave me directions and said, "Oh, turn right." I think that's right. That's that KUCC education.
She don't know how the directions. Do you even know how the interstate system works? That's the real question. Do you know how the
interstate, how they work?
How they work?
It goes like up and down and north and west.
But what are the numbers
north and
indicating?
West?
North and west?
They go north and west.
What other directions are there? No, nothing else? Good old Tim UCC.
I got
Guys, wait, hang on. Bye, you guys.
Bye. See you later.
Oh, come back to your channel.
Oh, what?
Welcome back to your. Good morning, everybody. I didn't really vlog yesterday, but we're gonna try to today. I'm going to Beaumont. It is currently Saturday. Why am I going to Beaumont, you ask? I have a college fair on Saturday. Why did they do that to me? Why? Anyway, so you're gonna come along with me as I drive to Beaumont, okay? And be there with me for a little bit, because I gotta make up for yesterday, right? Yesterday I didn't do much. Me and Isaac went to go get barbecue last night. It was great. I had a brisket baked potato. If you haven't had one, you definitely need to have one because you're missing out in life. But yeah, I'm about to let my dogs out. Isaac's still asleep. It's currently 7:16 in the morning, and I'm fully awake and functioning. Not happy about it. But anyway, I'll be in the car. Y'all, I'm tired. The dogs didn't take that long to take out. It's 7:26. That was 10 minutes. It's not bad. I do need to go get gas, and then I can go. I think the way my map is going to take me, I should be going. Hold up. Yeah. Zoom in. Yeah, I should be going south down the Beltway. And pick up in Channel View. Perfect. Yay! Fastest route. An hour and 17 minutes. We gonna be jamming out, girl. Let's go get gas and then get up the road.
Also, I like pumping gas at Exxon and Mobil, yeah. Those gas stations, because recently I found out if you're a Walmart Plus member, you get 10 cents off every time you fill up, and you just like log into the Walmart app and then it'll pop up immediately. Best thing ever. Best thing ever. Gas is $2.89. I was at a half a tank, so it's only $18. Very exciting. Very exciting. $20? Say less. Actually, less than $20. Say less. Printing receipt. Thank you.
Don't you hate it? Like, I have to get receipts for work, gas receipts, so I get reimbursed for gas. But don't you hate it when like the gas pump don't give you the receipt and you gotta go all the way inside to go get one if you need a receipt? That's really inconvenient. They should really make sure they paper is filled up, because that grinds my gears. This is my jam, but I was jamming too loud. Okay, get on the road. Since we'll be in the car together for an hour, I realized that I have never told you guys what my job is and what do I do. Because fun fact, I didn't know this career existed until I was in the job, and I was like, oh, you can really do a lot with this. This is insane, right? So back in the day, was this 2018? I was a year after graduated from Louisiana Tech, and I was working for a nonprofit in my hometown that helped children, and I was actually the marketing coordinator for the nonprofit. But this is the thing, they never had a marketing coordinator ever before. They had no idea what they wanted me to do, and so therefore I was kind of like making stuff up as it was going, right? I had no idea, like, cause like that was my first job out of college. Like, I can only help so much. Like, I don't know that y'all don't use colored ink for flyers. That's supposed to be a thing, okay? Anyway, you know, I digress. So I comes up to the summer of 2018. My job was like, hey, we don't know what you do, and we don't know what we want you to do, and we don't have enough money to pay you either way. So yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I had to act like I was disappointed, but I really wasn't disappointed. And it wasn't like more of a firing. It was just more of, we ran out of money to pay you. And honestly, I was ready to go anyway.
I'm really ready to go. So I'm in the moment of like not figuring out what I want to do. I have a whole degree out here in marketing, have no clue like what type of job. I tried to, you know, apply for jobs out of the state because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to move. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go to the big city, blah, 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 blah. No. Because I have got one more State Farm recruiter in my freaking inbox talking about being a salesperson. I was gonna cuss somebody out. So lo and behold, time passed by, probably about a month. I actually registered for grad school. I went ahead and was like, I'm gonna get my MBA. If I'm not gonna sit here and do anything, I'm not making any money, might as well just go ahead and go back to school. So that way I don't have to go back and end up paying back my student loans, because, you know, 6 months it was there. She was there, and I didn't have no money to pay. So I was just like, let's go back to school, which I feel like is the default for a lot of African American women in this country nowadays. And when probably like 1 or 2 weeks into my program, I get a text message from my old dean at Louisiana Tech, and he was like, hey, do you need a job? And I was like, yeah. He was like, how about you come and be a college recruiter for alma mater? And I was like, okay, all right, okay, let's do it. So I went. My best friend was working there, fun fact too. So I got to work with my best friend. I got to tell people about my experience as a student at Louisiana Tech, which I absolutely adored. And I got to like meet people along the way. I got to travel. I got to go to Alabama. I got to go to Mississippi and recruit. I also got to go, my main territory was central Louisiana, so I was always in Alexandria, Natchitoches, all that little space down there. So I got to learn how to use directions properly. I actually had to learn how to read a map, because when you're in the middle of nowhere in Louisiana, you have no signal whatsoever. Even if I did have 2 cell phones, I had one for work and had my personal, both of them weren't working. So therefore, you have to figure out what 13 miles looks like when you're driving. Yes. So learned a lot. Ended up, was like, maybe I don't want to be here much longer. You know, like, the people who were in like leadership at the time, like they didn't know like where the job was taking me. I was kind of stagnant. Like I was there for like 2.5 years. I was very stagnant, and the pandemic was starting and everything. And all during this time, I got engaged, and my husband moved to Florida. And then he decided he was going to get transferred to Houston. And so at that point, I was just like, well, hey, I might as well, we're moving to Houston after we get married. But I also had forgot that I did have another job that I had applied for. Completely forgot about it, and it was for Texas State. Applied for the position, didn't hear anything back for a while, and then they finally reached back to me and was like, hey, do you still want this position? I was like, sure. It's something I've been doing, it's something I'm used to. The only difference was I was going to be regional and not on campus, but I did it, loved it, been in it ever since. But I'm so thankful for my community that I've made with Texas State. I'm also very thankful for my leadership at Texas State, because they're very adamant about what do you call it? Very adamant about professional development and you growing past where you are. And I really appreciate that, because like I said before, when I was at Tech, I was kind of stagnant. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I want to stay in the career or go out and do something with my master's or something like that for, you know, in business. But, you know, here at Texas State, it kind of was like a reassurance of understanding like, hey, I'm good at what I do. I enjoy what I do. And I have a lifetime profession with this as well if I decide to stick with it. And I feel like that's what sealed the deal for me. So I've been with Texas State for like now 3 years. This is my 3rd year. Would have been Texas State for 3 years in July. July 6th is my 3rd year anniversary, which is insane. But since I've started, I was promoted to senior admissions counselor in my time here. I've gotten to go to conferences, including national conferences. I got to go to our state conferences. This year I have the opportunity to present at our state conference. Very excited. I was also selected to be part of a conference that they do for new admissions counselors to kind of help them get adjusted to the profession. I'm set. So I love what I do. That was like really my journey with my job. Like I said, it's very out of nowhere. I was not expecting this to be a career that could take me places, but it really has. And when I see people who are like my director now, absolutely amazing human being, and seeing her as a black female in this profession, and she's been in this job since like 94, okay, kid you not, and seeing where she's done and who knows her and the weight her name carries, like I was like, yep, okay, I can do it. And that was all I needed. It was great. So yeah, I love my job. I really do. It's fun. I get to talk all the time, which clearly I like to talk. But I also get to meet really cool people. I get to travel. I have banging amount of enterprise points as well as hotel points, okay, kid you not. So if I ever need to rent a car for 2 weeks just on my personal dime, it's free. But it's definitely something that is different and unique. I did go to a creator event a couple weeks ago, and it was funny because they were like, so what do you do? And I was just like, I do a little bit of everything. Like, I'm a college recruiter mainly, you know. I just do creating online for fun. And now they were like, you're college, like a college recruiter? And I was like, yeah, I go to high schools, I talk to students, I help parents and families, I read applications, the whole 9 yards. And they're like, oh, cool. I guess people, when they think college counselor, college recruiter or something like that, they think of like this old white man who's like, how prestigious are you to get to my university? No, higher ed is for everybody. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned that I'm very passionate about in the last couple of years is I know that if you want to go to college, you should be able to with no problem. You should have access, you should have the knowledge and the resources to be able to apply, present yourself, and do great. You should not be waiting until your senior year to hear about different universities. And I feel like with me showing up, looking the way I'm looking, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but I feel it. I do. I do have impacted students' lives and families' lives, and the idea of like, hey, college, I never thought it could be for me, but I feel like college could be for me, especially in the age of like, you know, they're talking about how higher education is like dying. It's a dying resource. We act as nonprofits, but honestly we are for profit because we wouldn't operate without students coming in. It's a whole thing. But honestly, you know what's intangible when it comes to college is the experience that you receive while you're there. And a lot of people don't be like, so like clubs and stuff, yeah. Like organizations, yes. Like networking, yes. I can't tell you like the connections that I've made from college, or even just like being a counselor and a recruiter, just like connecting people to who they need to talk to for different things. Like, it's crazy. The web of people I know is absolutely insane. But it all stems from being college educated and being in those spaces. And it's not about like I'm smarter than anybody else who does not have a degree. Honestly, they're probably smarter than me because C's get degrees, okay? And it sure did help me with mine. But it's definitely something that I feel is that sometimes you do need to be in certain spaces, in certain environments to learn, to kind of experience certain things. Like a lot of times people have trouble with like project management skills, right? And they don't understand how is this going to work out? How am I going to plan this said event? Like, say it can be as simple as a birthday party. You know, when you're planning a birthday party for people, you have to figure out, are you going to be cooking? Are you going to hire somebody to cook? Or are you going out to eat? Okay, is there going to be a full spread, or is it going to be just like snacks? Is it going to be cake? Is it going to be cupcakes? Different things like that. Who are you inviting? Are you expecting them to bring a gift? Are you not expecting them to bring a gift? Are you expecting them to come dressed a certain way? Do you need RSVPs to make reservations? And it's simple things like that a lot of people don't get that experience in college, because in college you had to run around like a chicken with the head cut off trying to book rooms for meetings. You had to book events. You had to negotiate with businesses and be like, hey, I'm a student organization and we need food for an event. Can you provide us food for free? We had to negotiate that type of stuff. But people don't get that experience unless they were put in those positions. Sometimes even if a student is at a college, they may or may not be involved in student organizations, and they still somewhat get those types of experiences, which I feel like is very much necessary for the survival in America. Because honestly, I want to be in the room where it happens, Yes. You meet the right people, you talk to the right people, and you get what you need done. That's basically the moral of this story. So yeah, everybody should have access to that if they want it. And I'm tired of people copping out minority students. I'm tired of people copping out students of low income and assuming, oh, I thought you knew that. No, they didn't know that. Why would they know that? Okay, I want to be that person to be able to make sure they are informed and not in their senior year. I want them to know that they're informed from the very beginning when they're a freshman. I want them to remember me and say, hey, you came to my class and you spoke to us about Texas State, and I remember it, and ever since that day I wanted to go to Texas State. Yes. So you stuck with me not just for that 1 year. I followed you all the way to your senior year. That means I got to see your progress. I got to see your grades the whole time. I got to see you every single time I come to your school. And you're like, yeah, you came to my classroom. That right there, that was a plug I put in her head. And that right there is something that is literally intangible, literally one of the best value things that I get from this job. Okay, I just made it to the high school. I'm about to unpack and get inside. I'll be here until 1. Anyway, so yeah, wish me luck. I'll be back whenever I'm done.
5 hours later.
I'm back home. I'm tired. It is 2:12. I'm about to go in here and probably take a nap, and then I'll get up and wash my hair because this humidity today has whooped my butt. And the fair was slow. Definitely may not go next year because it was too much. I barely talk to any kids. It's I earned every one of my calm time hours today because today was not it. But you know, we did it. We still did it. I might go walking later just to make myself feel better if it doesn't rain. Because it looks like it's about to rain again. So we'll see. Let's go get comfortable.